How do you raise funds when your natural donor base no longer exists? That was the challenge when we began fundraising for the World War I Memorial in Washington, D.C. With no living veterans of that war, it felt more like fundraising for a Civil War memorial than a 20th century conflict. So we got creative. We developed a prospect list of corporations that were in business during World War I or that were started to support the war effort. Then we realized that the baby boomer generation was the last that would have personally known a World War I veteran. So we dove into military archives and uncovered family histories that led us to the descendants of World War I soldiers who now ran companies or family foundations. We enlisted retired four-star military officers and former U.S. ambassadors to the Allied countries of World War I to sign letters that we had drafted to open doors so that we then could make the ask. These weren't cold asks. They were moments of connection. Here's what your grandfather did in the war. We thought you might like to help us honor him and the millions like him. And we shared a sense of urgency. With our generation, the thread to World War I still exists, but it won't for the next. We didn't talk much about history. We talked about people. By bringing the past into the present, we made it relevant. The campaign wasn't about a long ago war. It was about your grandfather's sacrifice, your family's story, our shared memory. World War I was the forgotten war. Our message was more focused on remembrance so that the story of the doughboys would not be forgotten. We learned that if there's no natural constituency, build one. That credible messengers open doors, that data informs but stories inspire, and that a sense of urgency makes the ask more persuasive. Stories are powerful motivators for giving. The World War I Memorial is a strong reminder.